things. Are you ready to be tormented?
Let's see.
Why is it that when it comes to this side of investing, that is the markets or the stock, it's always the men in the game?
Nita Ambani shows up equally well as Mukesh Ambani shows up. So I think it is just that you have not taken this task in your hand. What you can't do? You can create birth. Men cannot.
I think it's very crucial for women to start having this same question that, 5 years down the line, where do you see yourself at with X, Y, Z?
When will you behave like a billionaire? After becoming a billionaire or before you want to become a billionaire?
Before then you're tracked towards.
So start manifesting that you already have a Ferrari, you already have a Birkin bag. Now walk towards it.
Hi, Bhuvan. How are you today?
I'm good, Namrata. How are you?
Very well. So today I'm here to actually nag you about a few things. Are you ready to be tormented?
Let's see.
Okay. So very, very honest conversations is something we're going to have today.
Has to be.
And purely from a perspective of don't think that, I'm a professional working person today or a digital marketer. No, none of that. Today I'm stepping into the shoes of a laywoman.
Wow.
All right. So as a laywoman who's working independently, financially independent, all right, and a mother, a daughter, a wife, what is it that, advice would you tell me? And, I am having this goal for me on 2026 and how am I going to start manifesting my money journey? And that's where I'm going to seek your input.
Sure. Now, the first thing, I think you're not a laywoman. You said financially independent.
Yes.
You said a housewife. You said you're also working in the marketing. Then you also said that you're a mother of a daughter. And I know the daughter, so I know it's not easy.
Yes.
So I think don't consider yourself, to start with, you're not a laywoman. You have achieved a lot. You're a professional woman.
Thank you.
And if you can manage the household, and I think probably you're good at it, and all the Indian women are good at it, probably investing is just a side hustle for you. It is just that the challenge here is that the education has not happened properly. And that's what now in this era, everybody is helping all of us to get financially educated.
Okay.
So you're not a laywoman first. You understand brands. You work for brands. You make them bigger. And I'm sure if you just take a little bit ahead, investing will come very simple. Probably not easy. So it'd probably be a behavioral challenge. So we'll see how the question comes in.
So investing here, like you're saying, I love spending on Birkins, jewelry, bigger home, a car. That for me is investing. Like why do you call it spending then?
Okay.
That is investing, right? You're investing in yourself. You're investing for yourself.
Fine. So ask yourself, if you bought a car, let's say worth $100,000, after 3 years, will it be sold for more value or less value? If it is less value, in the terms of finance, it is called spending. And if it is being sold for the higher value, let's say you bought a car and you made a vintage car, and with your marketing skills, you market well in social media, and then you sell a car you bought for $100,000 for $1 million, then that's investing. So Birkin bag, great, you bought it. Let's say it's a limited edition bag. And Solid made, let's say, 100 of them in the world. And probably after 6 years, you were able to sell for double the value. It's investing. But the same bag is, let's say, one of the run-of-the-mill bag, or let's say a mass car you bought.
Yes.
After 6 years, do you think you'll be able to sell it for higher price?
Of course.
So if you can, so in this case, you will not be, because a car mass produced, everybody has it commonly. A watch, which is, let's say, very common for everyone, you will not be able to sell it for higher price. So from the finance angle,
Until it's a limited edition.
absolutely. So you need to be very choosy with your spending also, and they'll become investing for you.
Okay, that's an interesting take, Rajat. And so, but I don't know, I still feel, I do take your point into consideration. However, I don't know, somewhere I get a feeling I might get deprived of, my spending habits if I only look at it from an investment perspective. So I want to
So, Namrata, we all have a fight against the age. So let's say you want to buy a lot of these Birkin bag, which I think is keep imagining or manifesting in your mind, which is good. But think about it. At 50, you have, let's say, 100 Birkin bag,
Okay.
and probably now you do not want to work.
All right.
Now, by selling a Birkin bag every year, will you be able to run your house? If that's not happening, again, it comes to spending. So you're not being deprived. I believe you today, you and I, we all can buy a Birkin bag. Or I think we're giving a free promotion to Birkin bag here. We all can buy a car at the very low interest cost. We probably can rent a car for a year. We can lease the car for long term. The question here we need to ask ourselves that if car is not going above value, and if I am turning 50 or 55, and if I want to take a break,
Right.
will I survive? Now, instead of putting that money into car to start with, I save a lot of money and put into investing. And it could be anything. It could be real estate giving you 10, 15% kind of an appreciation. It could be stock market. It could be now gold and silver, which people have made good money.
Okay.
And if that money has become so much that you can buy 5 Birkin bags every year, and yet your money is intact and growing more, which kind of lifestyle is depriving you more? The earlier one or this one?
Yeah. So the short term and the long term. So it's important that how we sort of see through and have a vision for our future Birkins.
Right. And if you're a marketing professional, probably you can make $1 million in 3 years. But if you spend it everything in things which are just available, let's say on the outlet, probably that is not the right way to do it. So what we have to understand is that yes, spending wisely can become investment.
Okay.
And I can talk about it along. No, so any stock you buy in the stock market is not investing. If you buy a low quality stock at high price, it is actually destroying your money, not even spending. You buy Bitcoin without understanding it, probably now you know what's happened to Bitcoin.
Yes.
So you buy gold jewelry at the higher peak cycle, probably disaster. So you need to be very wise with it. It's very simple. Will you take any client on board for the marketing just because they're paying you?
No, of course, you need to understand it.
Correct. So sometimes you choose a client who is paying you less, but that learning on that, and maybe you choose to work with that person. That quality speaks. So if you do your quality spending, probably it is investing. If you do your quality savings, it's probably investing. So now coming to your daughter or my daughter, any school charging higher fee is good? No. Sometimes a school which is probably charging low can be great. So we have to choose between the quality and the money.
Yes.
Today what is happening? A new person or a new company is also selling the same kind of thing at the higher price.
Okay.
And even the old company is also selling the similar thing at higher price. Now question is which is more quality in people's minds. So gold and diamond is the best example. So which jewelry do you prefer now, diamond or gold?
Gold.
Yeah, so if you prefer for diamond and the lab-grown diamond have reduced the prices like anything for the diamond jewelry, this is what exactly I'm saying. So you are saying I'm deprived of diamond jewelry. Yes, be deprived of that diamond jewelry because the way that it is not growing. But if you would have bought gold jewelry, and now today we can talk about it, this is the right time. Let's say you bought a gold jewelry worth $1 million 3 years ago. What's the price?
Wow. That is like real gold investment.
Absolutely. But if you bought diamond jewelry $1 million worth 3 years ago, it's half the price.
Yes, but I have another perspective on that. So today with lab-grown diamond, it's also more accessible.
Yes.
Yes, the prices are low, of course. But as an investment to resell, yes, it does not hold grounds as much as gold. Rather, it brings me to this point, like you just made me think about it right now, is silverware, right? Like if you would have got silverware, you would have invested in terms of, instead of China. Yeah, like we end up getting porcelain or China, right? China, which is one of the most know-hows on the table. But today, if you would have got silverware in your entire crockery set, right? That would have turned tables. So now you're bringing me on to the perspective. I think I'm onboarding on the investment perspective. You're absolutely.
Fine.
Moving on to the next bit of it, all right? I'm going to have a very women-centered question today because I'm representing them on behalf of all of them. I have this question that there is this big mental block, right? That women don't invest their money. Like it's generally the husband or the father or the brother, the men of the house or the family sort of do that investment. And I don't know, whereas on the other side, contrary, women have amazing financial household P&L accounts. But why is it that when it comes to this side of investing, that is the markets or the stock, anything, mutual fund, whatever we call it, it's always the men in the game. I really want your perspective on that.
That's men's habit. So if you look at the olden days, if I ask you who's god of wealth, people generally answer it like Kuber. But he's not. He's a treasurer. There's only one god of wealth or called goddess of wealth, and the women. So I think even if you talk about the learning ability, women are the god. You talk about the wealth perspective, it is again women. So Lakshmi, which we call them, you are in yourself help all of us with various investments. You can call about them as a Gra Lakshmi.
Okay.
You can call about them as a Vijay Lakshmi. So if you look at from the even religion perspective, or let's from the spiritual perspective, that women themselves take care of two houses. The one of their parents and one that they go to.
Yes.
So I don't think so that this is the case. Women are very well doing the job in the family. Like look at Reliance family. Neeta Ambani shows up equally well as Mukesh Ambani shows up. So I think it is just that you have not taken this task in your hand. What you can't do? You can create birth. Men cannot. So if you can create birth, it's just the interest thing. And today it is not the interest, it is the compulsion. Because if we will not do it, we will be deprived of in the old age.
Okay.
So it is just the mindset.
Okay, all right. Maybe towards the end, I'll give you some time also, but I'm just going to throw a question at you right now. Maybe we can circle back towards it at the end. Is like 3 things that you think that today's women, irrelevant of them, being a working professional or a non-working professional, even if they're a homemaker, 3 financial tips to start with. Maybe I'll give you some time and towards the end we can circle back on it.
Just to give you one more perspective, let's say, I think you have a very good mental block. You talk about depriving. I think this is a very common thing today. When you say it, we all are going to that particular problem. So let's go back 5-10 years, create that goal that I would like to, when I am 10 years down the line, I would like to have a Birkin bag every year. Or let's say I have to have a Birkin bag, I have to have a Ferrari, I have to have a house. And then do the back calculation and probably take a support of the financial advisor or fund manager and see how can I save or invest for these things so that these pots make me those money.
All right. So like you're saying, I'm just trying to visualize this, all right? Like we generally put down, right? When we have a yearly appraisals or, meetings with our manager where we see, where do you see 5 years down the line? I think it's very crucial for women to start having this same question that, 5 years down the line, what do you see yourself at, or where do you see yourself at with XYZ, gold jewelry or any other kind of jewelry, or financially, this is where you see yourself. I think that's a very important question that we all should rather start having, so we can work backwards toward it. Like you're saying,
sure.
Start saving or you start investing in those domains and start consulting and experts.
Absolutely. So Namrata, what happens is, see, look, it's not only about what I want to buy, how I want to buy. So let's say I want to buy something worth $1 million dirham in the next 5 years.
Okay.
I will do back calculation. Now there are 5% investments, there are 7% investment, there are 15% investment, there are 20% investment, there are 25% investments. Okay. Now I had a company which have become 12x for me in the last 4 years, less than 4 years. Now probably I can tie up one of my, let's say, desired object, or let's say a Birkin bag or a house with that investments.
Right.
If that didn't happen, okay, I will not go for it. So I have 10 list, 10 desired list.
Yep.
For each of investment, let's say 10, 15, 20% kind of returns required. Obviously, you should not do this. Take a help of a professional fund manager or fund managers or the advisors.
Yes.
But then probably out of 5, you will achieve 3. Let's say 2 go wrong. Yeah. But at least you have a Ferrari now. Birkin bag probably can take later on.
Yes.
But now you have a Ferrari. Or probably you have a house.
Okay.
So that is how make separate pots, go backward. on the goal. And a lot of people ask me, what is the minimum investment amount? And I always tell them, how much amount do you want to withdraw after 10 years or 5 years?
Right.
Based on that, I do back calculation.
Okay.
Then they realize, oh yeah, he's right. I'm investing less.
Yes.
So always go based on the goals.
Yeah. So it's not like trading or, it's not like we say, equity is all about gamble. No, there's a lot of science and research that goes behind it, right? So that's how we have to work around it.
A simple question. If you invest 10 lakh rupees or let's say $10,000, what will happen in 20 years? Any idea?
In which domain or in which kind of investment?
I give you the money.
Yeah.
$10,000.
Yeah.
How much can you make it in 20 years?
Given the kind of financial, tools that I have, I don't think I'll be able to make it more than anything beyond an 8% because, like I said, I don't handle my own finances, right? I don't invest in equity. It's just mutual fund or maybe SIP that I end up doing, which is a very safe.
Mutual fund is equities, by the way.
Indirect way of.
It is direct way of equity is direct investment. Mutual fund is going to a fund manager. So
Correct.
when I give you $10,000, take up the challenge. You need to grow it as good as a good fund manager grows.
Okay.
Now, the power of compounding is the first concept a woman has to go through. And I think the problem here women find is, maths. But it is not maths, it's the mindset. You don't need any calculation. So $10,000
Yes.
at 24% will become $1 million in 20 years.
Okay.
Let's say increase the amount to $50,000 and it'll become $500,000 in 10 years.
Yes.
Now, if you have 4 pots of this, even if 2 happened for you
Yes.
and other 2 are half the way, and a $2 million or $1.5 million, you can do a lot.
Of course you can.
So the most important concept is to understand power of compounding. And let me say one more thing. We have a lot of money tied up in the wrong investments.
Okay.
Gold, jewelries, we can't see it. Not allowed, taboo.
Yes.
Houses, you can't touch.
Absolutely not.
Right. So point is from where the money will come. Because we are deprived. We are saying, I would like to have all this, but I will not forgo what I already have, but it's not growing. I'm not measuring it. So start measuring.
But that is equally important, right? Because see, there is an emotional behavior versus a fundamental investing behavior that you're talking about. That's where you're leading us. But when it comes to emotional behavior, like you said, the house, the gold, right? All of these things, or your child's growth, right? When we're talking about, their education, investment for them also, you're never going to risk it all. So that sort of growth. So help me understand this next aspect would be that this emotional behavior versus this fundamental financial investing, right? How would you balance that? Like if you have an XYZ amount, like you're saying there's these 4 pots, but then how would you differentiate and then drive it? Because over the 20 years, there are going to be a lot of uncertainties, unforeseen circumstances, right? So it is important that we navigate through all of them. And like you're saying, yes, we only hit maybe 3 out of the 5.
Yeah, that's possible. But it is at least better than having a house or a jewelry which is growing at 5% or gold probably growing at 7%.
Yeah.
It is still better because those other 2 investments did not become zero. They grew less.
Correct.
So now coming to this emotional thing. So in life, there are 2 things. One is me and one is the world. If I have this perspective, let's say I order for a hot coffee and if I get a cold coffee, and then if I am not thinking well, probably I do not like it and I'll not like everything else.
Yes.
But if I understand that mistakes may happen and I should not be attached to it because I can have hot coffee in the evening or maybe tomorrow same time with somebody else in the conversation, then probably I'll start feeling good about it. So it's a behavior. Everything is a behavior. And what is profit? Profit or what is happiness? It's all state of mind. The kind of happiness you get by buying a bag, somebody probably get it by buying a duplicate bag. So
First copies, let's put it
first
that way.
copies. So, and then you come to know that the company itself is doing this to create the brand awareness. So I get the same happiness by buying these books and read those books. So happiness is also a subjective phenomenon.
Okay.
Now, if we get emotionally attached, what is permanent in this world? Nothing. Even that investment money which will make Rakesh Jhanjhanwala, very famous, 55,000 crore. He is not there.
No.
So this way or that, there is a very good saying that people and the stock market, in the long run, they all go up.
Yeah.
So please understand, if you can play this game, so even Krishna told Arjuna in the Mahabharata that, so Arjun told that these are all my relatives, how will I kill them and all. And Krishna told that if you will not kill them, they will anyway kill you. So let's not get emotional with this play. Nobody's doing any favor to anybody. So we need to make money, and then we have to have a great behavior. So we have to have the behavior first. So I have a question to you. Let's say you want to become a billionaire.
Okay.
When will you behave like a billionaire? After becoming a billionaire or before you want to become a billionaire?
Before then you attract towards.
So start manifesting that you already have a Ferrari, you already have a Birkin bag. Now work towards it. So you will be attached to the goal, but not to the materialistic thing.
Right.
And it'll happen. So let's say you're envisioning for your daughter in the Harvard school. The preparation has to start now. One is the money part. But do you think money can buy Harvard?
No.
Probably for some.
Not only money.
Yeah, probably for some. For us, it is not possible. So when my children were, I was making less. They were studying in a normal school. I was paying roughly $500 fees. And I was looking at these good schools where the fees were 3 times higher.
Yep.
I was not aware of them because my pocket was not supporting. But then I started building this.
Right.
And I built this 20x business. And today, as you rightly said, I don't have to see on the right side of the fee. But the most important thing is not the fee. The most important thing is that school. And did you ever think that that school is possible? It is possible to get the admission in the same school at half the fees. Why are not we working toward that? Buying the best thing at a discount. What's the problem?
Yeah, of course. Steal deals.
Yeah. So there's a saying that you don't make money when you sell. You make money when you buy. What happens when you're just thinking about everything as a price tag? Your thought process goes absolutely haywire.
All right.
So the two ways you can make money. One is take a right decision in terms of buying, not selling.
All right.
So let's say you buy a Birkin bag. Figure it out. How can you buy it half the cost? Or let's say 75% of the price. Then the day when you buy the Birkin bag is not spending, is investing.
That's an enriching thought. Okay. So, say, we've been around UAE. I've always been a Gulf kid around here, right? So, just to understand from that perspective, right? There are this being a UAE born child and you're always being around here, but you have your roots, of course, in India. How would you sort of, throw light on something that is, investing, but, which is the US market, the Indian market, the emerging markets, like how do you wrap this around the same? Because today when you just start looking up, right, I'll have my goals. But when I start looking up, oh my God, it's like a plethora of information, research that's out there. How do you dive and you're like, you feel you're going to drown in it? So what is your take on that whole thing? And how would you sort of help me navigate?
So again, I think I keep telling everybody, there's a book called Checklist Manifesto by Atul Gawande.
All right.
Let's say I'm a doctor and I am on the operation table and I'm doing a surgery. And by mistake in one of the surgery, I left the scissors inside. What will happen? I will lose my license.
Consequences.
I will lose my license even that one mistake. Do we have a checklist? When we send our child to a school, do we have a checklist? Did we go to 10 schools? Did we select the best one? In the similar fees or lower fees? You never know. You're sending your child to a school. A better school is available at a lower price. Have you ever sent an email to our school that I want a discount for the fees?
No, I don't think ever.
Yes. So what is the harm in asking? Think about that. So when you talk about Dubai, it's capitalist country. Or let's say today Dubai is more famous than the UAE. We talk about America, it is capitalism.
Yes.
But India, it is capitalism. Now, when you invest in a company in India through a fund manager, do you think that that company is only India? It is not.
Yeah.
This India, UAE is the second best partner of India in terms of the exports. So probably these three are linked. And then have a checklist that it is not UAE, India and America. It is more about how to have a quality pick.
Okay.
It could be a fund manager in your case. So let's say you want to start with $100,000.
Yeah.
Will you go to first fund manager, like if I am your fund friend, you will come to me only, or you will go to 10 more people, figure out.
Would evaluate, of course.
Yes. People don't do it.
But you do, right? If you want, like, if you're suffering, say, from a knee pain or a joint pain, right? You first go to the physician, then you go to a specialist.
Correct.
And you take a second opinion, right?
Correct.
There's always this.
You do that when the health comes.
Yes.
I did that as well. But when it comes to the wealth, the next friend gets the money.
Wealth is as good as health. Right?
Absolutely, but people don't do it.
Okay.
So this is what the emotionalism is. Right. Even for, let's say, example, a very pretty example, but it's a housewife, you'll understand, maid.
Yeah. Okay.
And here behavior takes over. So I am very frustrated because my child is throwing tantrum. I have to go to office. I want to, let's say, watch a Netflix serial in the night before I sleep. My child has to go to the school at 6 o'clock. And now I need a maid. The first maid will come to you. Your mind, your brain, the way it will work is you'll ignore all the bad things of the maid. And you'll hire. And then after 10 days to a month, you'll fire. Where is the checklist? That small thing is so essential in our life because that can make everything haywire. We have all heard about the Bombay maid story. So all I'm trying to say is that have a checklist for smallest thing possible. Don't rush on.
Okay.
So when I ask people, let's say I call somebody and say about a property, second comment I get, oh, you are buying one. I'm going to learn about it.
Yeah. I'm doing my research. I want to get there.
Yes.
And there is no deadline to it. Like, just because you've started doing it now within a month, you will like sort of close it until there is a
Don't have a deadline. Don't have a deadline. Probably you'll never find the right person. You'll take a lot of time, but one fine day you will say, wow, good I waited.
That's a good investment.
Right. So,
Look for the right person.
absolutely. So enjoy the learning. So let's say your child is already in the school.
Right.
And probably you have time and you want to learn more. Go to more schools. And you found one day you found the better school.
Mm-hmm.
Write to the school. Ask for a scholarship. And if you get it, you're investing, start there.
Yes,
That's fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree on that one. And coming on to this whole part of volatility of the markets that we keep hearing about, be it from the WhatsApp uni or the reels, like there is so much noise with the social media, right, in the last 5 years, that investment itself has also sort of, I don't know, it's become a joke. People think it's very easy. I can mend it by myself, or only they understand to get into a reliable source once they've sort of burned their hands. So how do we cut this noise off and then do the research? That is also equally important to understand.
So first thing is cut off the social media to start with. Figure out people who have made money. People who are 20, 30, 40 years senior to us. Like these two gentlemen, Benjamin Graham and Todd, they wrote this book called The Intelligent Investor.
Yes.
Start with that. Then there's a man called Warren Buffett. Berkshire Hathaway, the company he created, and the whole story is open. Now, why am I saying to cut down social media? Social media, not everybody is becoming now guru.
Yes.
Now, let's say you are talking to me right now. Do a thorough research. Why are you meeting me? What kind of money I made? Have I made that money or not? Be skeptical. Have optimism, but have a skeptical outlook. You need to verify each and everything.
Okay.
It goes for a small thing. Let's say you order something and your husband ordered for you, and then you wanted something else and something else came in. The onus lies on you, not on him. You trusted him.
Yeah.
So when he's ordering, after the order, check it. So you take the responsibility. So when it comes to social media, some of them are making money from YouTube.
Right.
Because younger generation probably do not want to take the onus of managing the money. With all due respect to them. Some of them are very good.
Yes.
But every day in the morning, nothing is happening. So Sadhguru has a very famous line. Sadhguru, somebody said that Sadhguru, I think nowadays a lot of bloodshed is happening. This is the era where the most bloodshed has happened. Sadhguru said, no, the wars have always been happening. Whether it is the Gulf War, World War I, World War II. And in fact, in your and my lifetime, there is no World War.
Yes.
There is no nuclear attack. And he said that the war is happening somewhere else. You are shedding blood on my drawing room because that television is showing me 3 times in a day, bomb blast, bomb blast, bomb blast. So please understand that volatility and noise will always be there. We are now more connected. Market falls very fast. They come up fast. Because the information is now become like a sip of a coffee or water. So please try and understand that whatever you do, 9 people cannot deliver something which is to be delivered 9 months in 1 month. Not possible. So learning is hard. There's a book called Deep Work.
Okay.
So probably cut down the social media, make one investing guru who has successfully made money, buy his book, read it.
Okay.
Or take a paid YouTube channel and see if he has spoken something about it. So Peter Lynch is one of my investing guru, and he gave a speech in 1990s.
Okay.
That speech is a boring speech probably for some of the people, but switch it on, take a copy and pen, start writing down what he said, because that will straight go to your head.
The fundamentals.
The fundamental, because he did it. When you have 5 gurus, because let not your mind take over your intelligence.
Right.
And do it in the morning hours. Because in the evening hours, we cannot take it. So when you're fresh in the mind, that is time to take it.
Right.
Very simple example. Some people play badminton.
Mm-hmm.
And today if they have to learn more, and when it become an advanced player, it's very difficult to learn more. What do they go to YouTube, they see something, but then what do? After that, they have to go to coach.
Yeah, to implement it.
And then they go to one-to-one coaching.
Okay.
And then they find themselves that it is so hard to change myself. So change is very hard.
Right.
So take that responsibility. Don't be emotionally attached, because if you have money, every country will welcome you.
I think that means women are very, very flexible. So I think adapting wouldn't be an issue. Hopefully this is like the starting point for my money manifesting. But here I'm coming back to this whole idea of, women are always these cautious spenders and also very cautious when it comes to investing, right? How do you think this whole volatile market that you were talking about, right? How does that sort of reflect back on their investing with whatever women you're dealing with who are investing with you probably?
So they are less because in the numbers to handle the investing, but they are now increasing and they're taking things on their task. But I think it's still a lot of scope is there.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, research says that individual investors, men lose money more than the women.
Really?
Because on an average, 70,000 thoughts come in a day to all of us.
Okay.
Men start implementing those ideas, and that's how they commit more mistakes. Women do not alter their thoughts so much. So they take less decisions, and probably that is why the individual women have made more money. So Namrata, probably you can start with forming a community of women. If you're comfortable with that, fine. So you may ask me, I can think of some women who have made good money, self-investing. You probably get in touch with them and then make a group. And then probably you can meet every month, and you can have this 5-6 ladies, and you can start discussing that how do you go about investing. And then 7 ladies, and then 10, and like that. So form a community.
That's essential how we reflect then.
Nowadays we call it tribe.
Tribes.
So-
That's the inner circle.
Yes.
You call it.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. No, that was really nice to hear your views on that. I'm going to keep this very short now. Like I was telling you, remember in between I asked you that what are going to be these 3 quick tips to start with in our everyday life, to start with the whole financial investing, like 3 basic tips or anything that's, doable once in a day. What would those 3 things be?
So read 10 pages every day on that subject. Think that if you want to have a $10 million, so every day you need to learn some new concept of finance.
All right.
And by the way, I think finance, when I say finance, some of the women feel that it is not my cup of tea. The good thing is it is not finance, it is investing.
Yes.
And which is your cup of tea.
Yeah, we should call it investing.
Correct. It's investing. So I am not a finance expert. I'm an investing expert. And buy gold jewelry, tons of gold jewelry, no problem.
Okay.
Buy at the right time. So when my wife wanted to buy gold, I was stopping her. And then finally I realized that this is the time to buy gold. I said, why am I stopping her? And I let her buy how much she wants to buy. And today I proudly tell everybody that she's a better investor than me because she made 3 times.
See?
Yeah. So now probably not a good time.
Okay.
Now it is up to her to decide. So when I get some extra earning from my side, I give it to her and I do not take her decisions. The first thing, what probably now this has to be between you and your husband, you have to talk that give me some money and give me some challenge. Or maybe you should tell him that I would like to take up a challenge.
Okay.
And many people are doing this because now the joint family is not there.
Right.
And I think the worst thing to happen is if the husband passes away, the wife has to go back to India. Or any country should leave from that country and go back to hometown. So the most important thing we need to understand is that today's life, the challenges are more. But if you solve them the way I am telling you, to learn everything, every day something. So one, you ask for 3 tips. So the third tip could be, let's say, you make this tribe. So first thing is read 10 pages. Second, learn the concepts. Let's say 1 or 2 concepts, repeat it. And third is to have this tribe. That's my tips to you.
Okay. Moving on to the next one, I want to keep this as brief as possible, just one line, right? Help me understand what is your take on net worth of an individual? Because today you hear everyone, XYZ is this net worth, he's this net worth, she is this net worth. Do you think that net worth, is that more important than what you think you're going to reap after 10 years?
Absolutely. So the net worth is not more important. For me, the self-worth is more important.
Self-worth.
So I get attracted to somebody because net worth is more. I go and meet him. But if the self-worth is lower than the net worth, it's a block for me.
Okay.
So look at the self-worth. Now probably you want to know how the self-worth is identified.
Got it. That is depending on the personality also. And I think everyone has their own way of getting into that.
Yeah, so I'll again go to the Bhagavad Gita, but I will tell you that the self-worth comes from the virtues. If somebody lies, is a no for me. Somebody who gets angry a lot of time, no for me. Somebody who shouts a lot, no for me. Somebody who speaks the truth is yes for me. Somebody who focuses on himself, he's basically looking himself. So these great people will make you comfortable.
Yes.
They will not make you uncomfortable. There are various qualities which great people have, and those are the virtues and those are the values. So I can give you those qualities.
Self-worth over net worth.
Absolutely.
Okay, got that. Last one is, help me understand this. Age debate, what matters more, the quality of business or the price of it?
So quality, and quality. Price does matter. But so the very good thing. So quality and price both are important, but first is quality. So what is going on in my mind, I'll tell you. So that Birkin bag, which now you told me, now that Kira has gone inside me. Now probably what is the price of Birkin bag?
Depends.
So let's see which one you want to buy.
Say maybe $20,000.
So now my life's quest will be to get the same bag for $2,000. And that's what is keeping me awake. I am like that.
Okay.
And probably you would have had this Chinese company which makes this bag. Some days ago when the tariff going on, they were marketing this on the social media that the same bag is available because this is the kind of a cost they go through, and that's the what they get paid from the company. So that is my quest. And that's the learning process. You learn a lot in that process. I think we should do it together. Yeah.
All right. And the last one that I have is, I thought the previous one was the last, but this one is the last. So very basic rules for a young investor or young homemaker. Apart from the checklist or anything, very basic thing. What would that be? Like just to close this, like how are you going to
So first thing, I think, first of all, they should thank Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
All right.
Now you must be thinking from where I'm coming from.
Okay.
So when this demonetization happened, a lot of these chore pockets, or let's say the hidden money from the husbands, which were kept in the, let's say, rice.
The women's saving, let's call that.
All that money, the savings money has gone out from them to the bank.
Yes.
The flawed concept which we have taught or we have been taught is the piggy bank. And let's say you send $100 to piggy bank 10 years ago, and now you are withdrawing that money. How much will you get?
6%.
How come it's a piggy bank? There's nothing, no growth.
Oh, and it's not even in the bank, you're saying?
Yeah, it's a piggy bank.
Nothing.
I'm sure your daughter has a piggy bank. You tell her to save money. We all have done that mistake.
That's to earn her chores.
Yeah, but they don't open it up for 5-6 years. So $100 after 6 years is how much?
Still 100, or rather depreciated.
Thank you. So you understand it, huh? You're talking about lay women, but you understand depreciation. Amazing. Congratulations. So why it is got depreciated?
With the GDP is moving, the economy is growing.
What is that one word?
Economy?
No, that depreciation happened because of, it starts from I.
Appreciation.
It starts from I.
Investing.
Inflation.
Inflation, yeah.
So I think you understand this. It is just that interest.
Yes.
So depreciation happens. So this is a wrong method of doing the investing or
Savings,
saving. The second goes to the bank account. What does happen to the bank account? So let's say if I put $100 6 years ago, how much it is going to be now?
It's in the savings account. That's
Yes.
like 6% of it.
Right, let's say 6 or 5 or 4%. So this still become, let's say, 130. But now look at all your cosmetics which you buy, including the Birkin bag.
Yeah.
Make a list of those these items and the price is 6 years ago.
Okay.
And now write down the price now.
Yeah.
And if they all have gone above 6%, again, you lost money. That is eye-opener for you. The emotionalism will just go away in a minute.
Okay.
See, emotion, what is emotion? We think we're working for the company. We are never working for the company. So when you leave your job, you realize that I was attached. We all have done that. When you leave your customer also sometime, you think, here's my customer. Customer needs to be served. He is not attached to you.
Yeah.
He needs his service. This emotionalism from this money also will go just with some little homework.
Yeah.
So let's do the homework and see what happens. And I think then we get our answer.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What?
And yes, one last lesson I think that I'm going to close this entire conversation that we've been having today is, as a woman, yes, investing becomes the core finance. You know, when we talk about finance and women like sort of, want to step back. But I would like to really highlight and appreciate that, like we are saying, the women today are handling the P&Ls of their own home. Why not their own money? And lastly, of course, when we talk about, financial independence, it's not about you being financially independent or financially like being a professional who's getting their own money. No, how do you grow your money? I think that is my changed definition after speaking to you today about investing.
Yeah. So just think about this. You did a great job last year. How? Because probably you had maximum money in the gold.
Yep.
So when you doubled the money, which I did not in the stock market, now you can make money double in gold or probably 3 times in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Why not only investing in gold? Why can't you look at the other
Avenues as well.
also and then again outperform my returns? And probably I learn a lot from you.
Yes, and probably get into investing full time.
Yes.
That should be the goal.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bhuvan. See you soon.